I was going through a life-changing moment with my son Anthony, and I needed the opportunity to get away from home base. And I was contacted by my old rugby team, and they were headed to the snowball tournament in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Our team ended up winning the men's division, and Amy's team ended up winning the women's division.
Exchanged numbers, and we dated long distance for about a year and a half until I moved down here to Northern Kentucky. When we were dating, we had talked about doing foster care and possibly adoption. And we had Anthony, he was 9 at the time. And, shortly after we got married, we tried growing our own family. And, after 4 fertility treatments that didn't work, we said, let's just kind of explore this now.
My first encounter with Tony and Amy, I believe, was during the training. Tony's background and having been adopted himself didn't open their heart, and we thought they were great candidates.
We were certified in November. And all of a sudden I got the phone call and I was like, it's the phone call. Oh my gosh, it's the phone call. And I answered and they like, well, you were picked. You're going to have 3 kids next week. And I was like, what?
There was 3 names, 3 ages. And just from those 2 key characteristics, we decided, let's give it a shot.
I was a little nervous, a little excited. It was just all new to me. I'd always wanted to have siblings, so I was for it.
That first month was pretty chaotic. We went from a family of 3 to 6 overnight. After the social workers and everybody left, Layla was sitting at a table in the toy room, and she just looked at me and she goes, I think I'm going to like it here. And I was like, sweetheart again. We've spent a lot of nights on the floor next to their beds, a lot of nightmares, just trying to get a schedule, adjusting to different styles of food and what do you like to eat, what don't you like to eat, and just really trying to learn each other. King was 16 months when he, moved in with us. And I remember the first time he truly hugged me. And it was after, I get him off the changing table and it was probably 3 to 4 weeks, and he just leaned in and squeezed so tight. I think he just finally knew that it was okay, that he was safe and that he was happy.
There's obviously anger, the uncertainty, especially from Layla, the adjustment and worrying about what was going to happen tomorrow. Were they going to go somewhere else? And it kind of gave me the opportunity for the first time in my life, outwardly speaking about my experience as a foster kid who was adopted. You're not the only one, that things can be one day at a time and have a very positive result.
I met Layla, Saya, and King shortly after they joined DCCH in our foster care program. When I first met Layla, she was quite young. We've been able to go through this journey of her learning to trust me and us having more deep conversations. With Saya and King, they were younger. Even with them, there was, how do we navigate this journey? And how do we move forward and find this new safe place?
The bottom line for any kid that first comes into foster care is where our goal is to reunite them with birth family or find them a birth parent relative. When we set up the idea of, okay, well, these kids still are going to be visiting with their birth mom, Tony and Amy said, these kids are in our home. We want mom to see us. We want the kids to know that we support this decision and we are going to help them. What's so critical here is that birth mom got to see Amy and Tony on a regular basis for those first couple years of this placement.
I had the pleasure of meeting the children, I think a year and a half into their placement. Working with them when I came in was processing what life would look like should they become a forever family. And as we looked at the puzzle coming together for adoption, we started looking at, okay, how can we best serve the children in this? Birth mom made a very brave decision to sign over her rights so Amy and Tony could give the children the life that she could not give them.
Their mom said, I can't do this if Amy's not there. I need her to help. I need her to help to support in talking to the kids.
from day one, you could really see how loving this family was. As Layla and Saya and King got to watch how they loved Anthony, then they could see themselves of like, how could I be in this family and what would that look like for me?
And it was a slow process to get to the adoption. It was over a year and a half before, we actually were in court for the big adoption day. We had over 70 people in the courtroom with us, and the bailiff actually told my parents, we've never had this many people show up for an adoption before.
Having the opportunity to watch 3 little people be so loved and just automatically pulled into a forever family is something I'm definitely not going to forget.
And I'm happy that I have 3 siblings. I love every one of them the same, and they're all amazing.
Whenever my dad gets home from work, we always talk about what's been happening throughout the week. So I really like talking to him. I really like talking to my dad. Well, my mom gives me hugs, and she tells me how smart I am and how brave I am. I love my sisters, and I love my mom, and I love my dad, and my big brother.
Watching Layla go from being kind of shy and not wanting to talk a lot to now I think that she could be a lead on Broadway. Lasaya, she used to make one mistake and throw her paper away, and now she's very creative. When I met King, he was 1, and watching him grow up and have this sassy attitude and just be so funny and so different has just been so rewarding.
We are here at DCCH Center to help families fostering to adopt put the puzzle together. Oftentimes it seems daunting, and DCCH is here to help families through that journey.
DCCH gave us our family. They completed our family. We could never be more grateful. We just try to live every day in gratitude for them.